I don't care how good they is right now. It's a whole different ball game, bro. With somebody holding on your shorts the whole way to the basket.
Legal. And it's legal.
Come on, man.
When you run through the paint and you can get bumped, it's different. And that's my argument with people. It's like, it ain't no disrespect to anybody because they're all great. And you're going to argue back and forth and everybody's going to have their opinion. But I'm saying, which rules are we using?
8 straight NBA finals. 10 total trips. On paper, that sounds like untouchable dominance, the kind of resume that ends debates before they even start. But here's the part nobody wants to sit with. NBA legend Vince Carter just cracked that narrative wide open, and what he said has people rethinking LeBron's entire finals run. This wasn't heat-of-the-moment talk. This wasn't clickbait. Carter came armed with context, receipts, and uncomfortable history, and once you hear it, you can't unhear it. Because the question he raised isn't about LeBron's greatness. It's about how much resistance he actually faced getting there.
You just have to find, maybe you don't play Bron as many minutes in the first quarter and bring him back, a little later in the second quarter. He could play longer stretches that way. It's just something they have to tweak and figure it out.
Vince Carter didn't walk into that conversation trying to be controversial. He wasn't chasing headlines. Early 2025, casual retirement interview vibes, light questions, respect all around. Someone asks about LeBron's place in history, and Vince starts exactly how everyone expected. Respectful. Calm. The safe answer. You could feel the room relax. And then he shifted. Just slightly. And that's when everything changed. Let's be honest about what we're calling dominance. That line sucked the air out of the room. The interviewer froze. And then Carter went straight to the point everyone avoids. That Eastern Conference run from 2011 to 2018? He called it what it was. Not dominance. An open highway. No traffic. No real roadblocks. Silence. And then he doubled down. Said LeBron's road to those finals wasn't just easy. It was historically smooth. That clip went nuclear. Fans erupted. Comment sections turned into battlegrounds. And here's the part nobody clips. Behind the scenes, multiple former players quietly agreed with Vince. Same opinion. Different courage. Because saying this out loud comes with consequences. Carter knew that, and he said it anyway. And once you actually look at the numbers, the argument doesn't weaken. It gets stronger.
That's well said, and that's what I said, because you're going to always ruffle feathers. If you're a diehard Bron fan, you think it's disrespect when you say otherwise about him, Kobe, and Mike. So that's just, it's going to be an ongoing battle because unless they ever played against each other. Just imagine them playing against each other.
Whew. So for the record, you got MJ, Kobe, and then LeBron?
Yes.
Can LeBron, in your opinion, with LeBron's maybe 2-3 years left, maybe 4, does he have an opportunity in your mind to possibly jump Kobe?
He has an opportunity. And it's just gonna be based off of
that Eastern Conference during that stretch wasn't just weak, it was historically thin. Borderline playoff teams were being marketed as contenders because someone had to fill the bracket. In multiple seasons, the East's second-best team wouldn't have survived 2 rounds out west. Some wouldn't have even qualified. That's not hate. That's math. During LeBron's 8-year final streak, you can count on one hand how many Eastern teams cracked 55 wins. Meanwhile, the West was a slaughterhouse. Year after year, stacked 55-plus win teams beating each other up before the finals even existed. Real contenders were getting eliminated in round 1 because there were no easy nights. Carter pointed directly to the Miami years as the clearest example. Compare who the Heat faced in the East to what Western teams had to survive nightly. It's not close. One side was surviving wars. The other was walking a red carpet. That's why this hits so hard. The Celtics' so-called Big Three were running on fumes and nostalgia. The Pacers had heart, but let's be real. They weren't surviving Spurs, Thunder, or Warriors in 7. Out west. Different planet. San Antonio executing perfection. OKC with Durant and Westbrook at full throttle. Lob City flying. Golden State being built into a monster. Harden cooking defenses. Memphis turning every game into a street fight. Every round was a heavyweight bout. Elite teams knocking out elite teams before the finals even tipped off. And Vince Carter didn't theorize this. He lived it. Both conferences. Same league. 2 completely different realities. Now the question isn't whether LeBron is great. The question is how much the road helped shape the legacy, and whether we've been ignoring that part on purpose.
I want to get your take on LeBron, because you played against him since he was a young pup. What's the biggest difference of him then and now in terms of how he just keeps getting better?
Dedication. He has goals in mind, what he wants to accomplish, and it's clear that he wants to be the greatest. You know, when he's saying, you know, I want to play so many years, like I'm saying, I want to play as long as I can. He wants to be the greatest. Michael Jordan, Kobe Bryant, those are the people that we throw around. He wants to be there. So I think now...
Carter once described the jump from the East to the West as going from pickup runs to full-blown war. Same league, completely different reality. The pace jumped. The hits landed harder. The margin for error disappeared. Western Conference road trips weren't just tiring, they were survival tests. One night you're in San Antonio dealing with surgical precision. Next you're in Portland fighting young legs and nothing to lose energy. Then it's LA, where Lob City is trying to dunk your soul out. Then Phoenix, where you're getting outrun for 48 minutes. Every stop, every arena, another team that could realistically end your season. And that's the contrast Vince kept hammering home. Because when you stack that against LeBron's Eastern path, the difference is uncomfortable. Yes, Miami. Yes, Cleveland. But after that, Indiana, Atlanta, pre-title Raptors. Respectable squads, sure, but not teams built for championship warfare. Out west, you were fighting to stay alive. Out east, the goal was avoiding embarrassment. Carter didn't dance around it. He said championships were decided in the West. The finals, most years, were just the last chapter. And nobody wanted to say out loud because everybody already knew it was true. And then there's the part LeBron fans really don't like revisiting, the roster context. In 2011, LeBron didn't just sign with Miami. He engineered a super team. Dwayne Wade and Chris Bosh weren't sidekicks. They were prime all-stars, finals-caliber stars, perfectly designed to dominate together. That wasn't a roster. That was a weapon. And in the East, it was overkill. The Celtics' core was aging. Derrick Rose's Bulls were electric but fragile. Everyone else was just trying to steal a game. When LeBron went back to Cleveland, the blueprint didn't change. Recruit another star. Kevin Love arrives. Kyrie Irving explodes into superstardom. 3 elite talents surrounded by shooters and defenders in a conference where most teams were lucky to have one all-star. The balance was tilted from the jump. Meanwhile, out west, nobody was stacking the deck like that. San Antonio didn't need star chasing. They had a system. Golden State didn't buy greatness, they grew it. Steph, Clay, Draymond developed into killers. Oklahoma City drafted, failed, learned, and came back stronger. No shortcuts, no free passes. Just relentless competition where every team was built to punish weaknesses. That's why Carter's critique lands so hard. It's not bitterness. It's perspective. The East was LeBron's playground. The West was the proving ground. Thunder teams didn't manufacture dominance. They earned it. Spurs teams didn't flex star power. They executed perfection. Every Western playoff run meant taking hits from teams just as talented as you every single round. And that's when Vince dropped the line that really set people off. He said LeBron didn't just benefit from a weak conference, he strategically stacked the deck inside it. Smart. Absolutely. Greatness aware. No question. But dominance. That's where the debate starts. Because dominating a tilted landscape is not the same as surviving an equal battlefield. And here's where it gets uncomfortable. Carter asked the question nobody wants to answer honestly. What if LeBron spent his prime in the Western Conference? Not 1 year. Not at the tail end. His prime. Would he still have reached 10 finals? 8 straight. Vince didn't think so. And when you actually map it out, it's hard to argue. Picture the Heat from 2011 to 2014 out west. First round, Memphis. Grit and grind hell. Every possession a collision. You escape that, and now it's either San Antonio or Oklahoma City. Pick your poison. Tim Duncan and Pop dissecting you mentally, or Durant and Westbrook detonating physically. Survive that, and congratulations, now you're staring down early Golden State or Lob City chaos. Compare that to reality. Charlotte, pre-honest Milwaukee, early Brooklyn, then Indiana or a Bulls team held together by injured knees. Conference finals against Atlanta or Toronto. Competitive? Yes. Title threats? Not even close. Everybody watching understood it in real time. Those teams weren't trying to win the championship. They were trying to hang around. And then basketball gave us the real-life experiment. LeBron finally goes west. Same superstar. Same basketball IQ. Same legacy momentum. Year 1. No finals. Didn't even make the playoffs. After 8 straight trips out east, the moment he stepped into the Western Conference, the margin vanished. That single season didn't erase his greatness, but it validated Carter's entire argument. The competition wasn't just tougher. It was fundamentally different. Survival basketball. When Vince's comments hit, the internet lost its mind. Fans flooded timelines. Defenses got personal. The easy response was, he's just bitter he never won a ring. Pure deflection. Noise to avoid the substance. But as the full context spread, the tone changed. Analysts who lived through Jordan and Kobe eras started nodding. Current players stayed quiet, but their likes and half answers spoke volumes. One veteran said it best anonymously. Everyone knows Vince is right. Nobody wants to say it because the brand is too powerful. And that's why this conversation matters. Context isn't hate. It's honesty. So now it's on you. Does this change how you view LeBron's final streak? Or do the numbers alone settle it for you? Sound off in the comments because this debate isn't going anywhere.